Hi, this is Troy over at Troy's Cards, Cars and Comics 2, and this is a video response for Peter B. and my birth year set. I was born in 1968 on July 31st, and my birth year set is the 1968 top set, which I completed just last summer. For the game, since I went ahead and watched Peter's video for his birth year release, and he did a game from with the cards and the team for the Boston Red Sox, I believe, from his the day he was born, and I was like, that's a great idea. So my first problem is that the team I follow in baseball wasn't actually around until 1998, and that would be the Arizona Diamondbacks. But I went ahead and looked and thought about it, and what it came down to is you can't actually talk about the 1968 top set without talking about probably the most iconic card in that set, and that's going to be the Nolan Ryan rookie card. So looking on July 31st, 1968, for the New York Mets, who Ryan was a rookie for that year, they were playing the Atlanta Braves. The Braves are actually newly in Atlanta, having gone there in, I think, 1962, from moving from Milwaukee. So that was kind of fortunate, and I picked that game, the Mets versus Atlanta game, July 31st, 1968. I have the 1968 cards for players that are available for that set, and for that game. I think there were a total of four players, 2 for the Braves and 2 for the Mets, that did not actually have cards. The Braves only had 9 players, whereas the Mets did some substitutions and some pinch hitting. So they have a total of 11 players that went through the game. Remarkably enough, the outstanding let's say player for the game, for the Mets at least, is Jerry Koosman. Jerry Koosman pitched a 9-inning complete game. So the Koosman rookie card, Koosman is the star for this particular game. So let's take a look at the cards that I've got available for that. For the Braves, and I think I've got them in the order of the lineup. I've got their lineup written right here on the side, and that's how I pulled the cards. Playing first base, or I think he was playing first base for that game, Philippe Alou. That's card number 55. Got a little bit of glare. I guess maybe if I held it back some. Sorry about that. Let's see. Next player for the Braves is card number 110, Hammerin' Hank Aaron. Batting second. Batting third was I think it was Marty Martinez or Mark Martinez, but he doesn't have a card. Then batting fourth was their catcher. That's going to be card number 30, Joe Torre. A lot of people are familiar with Joe Torre, and not as a catcher, and not as a catcher for the Braves. Then I have B. Johnson, who also doesn't have a card. Batting after Johnson was Tommy Aaron, card number 394. Batting after Tommy was Darren Johnson, card number 323. It's hard to angle it. The light, my kitchen light, or the table light, is right over the computer, so that's where the glare is coming from. Sorry about that. I don't think it'll focus well enough to be able to get the lettering. And then see. Oh wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10, 11. Okay, because there was. I didn't even see that. I've got Milan. I thought he had a card, but I didn't pull up the number for it. But pitching, starting the game, pitching 7.1 innings, was Milt Pappas. And what's really interesting about that particular game is Milt Pappas, being a pitcher, walked at the top of the third and ended up scoring when Hank Aaron came in and hit a 2 RBI double. And then at the top of the fifth, he bunted and got made it to first base, and there was a force out at second. But he ended up scoring that time again when Hank Aaron came in. So the Braves ended up winning that game 3-2. In the top of the seventh, he struck out. Milt Pappas did. So designated hitters, I've never been a big fan of the designated hitter rule. I think if you play baseball, you should play baseball. If you're out in the field, you should swing the bat. As far as a designated hitter, if you swing the bat, you need to play a position. That's my view on it. I've been a National League fan. I'm not a big fan of the designated hitter rule, and I wish they would have actually, the rule itself would have gone away and not gone league wide. To close the game, pitching the last 1.2 innings was Claude Raymond for the Braves. For the Mets, batting first was Stahl. I didn't put his first name. I'm not sure who that was. But then batting second was Cleon Jones, number 254, or card number 254. I've got it right there. Then I've got J.C. Martin at card number 211. Al Weiss at second base, card number 313. Ed Kranepool at number 92, card number 92. And first base, right? Yeah, first baseman. Then I've got Bud Harrelson. His card's cut a little bit bad. Yeah. But my 68 set is almost completely, not almost, it is. It's completely raw. Totally ungraded. Art Shamsky. I was really happy when I finished the set and got it completed last year. Jerry Buchek. The other one that's cut way bad. Ron Swoboda. When I was a kid, Ron Swoboda was on the news, I think Channel 6 out of New Orleans. He was the sports anchor. So that was really interesting. Might have been Channel 4. I'd have to look it up. Then Ed Charles, third baseman. Also playing was, like I said, Stahl, and then Collins. Was it Kenny Collins? I looked it up. He didn't have a 68 card. He does have a 69 card. And the last card is pitching a complete 9-game complete game, or 9-inning complete game. I'm gonna get it right sooner or later. Mr. Shea Stadium. And also on the card, Mr. Nolan Ryan. So when I looked at the stats as far as the game went, it was really interesting to see that Kuzman was the pitcher for the game who'd pitched a 9-inning complete game, and Nolan Ryan, who went on to bigger and better, of course, wasn't even mentioned. Of course, the Mets and most of the guys that I've shown here went on to win the World Series in 1969. The winner of the World Series in '68 were the Detroit Tigers. But in 1969, the Mets really showed out, and history remembers them as the Miracle Mets. Nolan Ryan, Kuzman, Jerry Kuzman. Oh, golly, what's his name? Not Steve Carlton. Another big-time pitcher for the Mets that I cannot recall right now for whatever reason. Holy smokes. Well, that's what happens when you get old. Your brain just doesn't seem to work sometimes. But like I said, it was interesting as far as picking that game, having the Braves. And as far as picking the Braves go, that's what made it interesting is that here in Mississippi where I live just outside of Jackson, Mississippi, but in the town of Pearl, Mississippi, the AA Braves, the Mississippi Braves, call home. They've been here since 2005, I believe, and I do attend a lot of their games. For a long time, the Diamondbacks actually had a AA team here in the Southern League, and I got to watch a lot of those players come through. I missed Goldie as he came through. When wasn't actually I didn't move till 07. And I hadn't really found my way around yet, so I didn't go to any games while he was still playing. I did get to see a bunch of other Diamondbacks come through, and I did actually get to go and watch them win the Southern League Championship as both the Mobile Bay Bears, and then after there was a mix-up, or let's say a affiliation mix-up, not mix-up, but you know how that works. The minor league teams get reaffiliated with other major league teams. So what happened is they moved from the Mobile Bay Bears to the Jackson Generals, and as the last 2 years, the Jackson Generals were the Arizona Diamondbacks AA team here in the Southern League. They won the Southern League Championship 2 years in a row, and they beat the Biloxi Shuckers, which is the AA team for the Milwaukee Brewers, both years. And then there was a total shuffling. That's when the league went and picked up the minor league system, did away with a lot of the minor league teams, and then totally redid the Southern League and moved my AA team to Amarillo, Texas, where now the AA team for the Arizona Diamondbacks are the Amarillo Sod Poodles. So Peter B, there you go. There's my video response showing cards from my birth year, 1968, and my game from my birth date was the Braves versus the Mets. The Braves were victorious 3-2 on July 31st, 1968. Thanks for watching, guys, and please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will talk at you later. Cheers.